Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Son of Sanguinius here, and today we're going to be going over some captain tactics and just a quick rundown of how I think we're going to be doing this for a lot of the HQ sections in the Blood Angels Codex, as well as Angels Played, respectively. We're going to start with just a simple stat breakdown. We're going to, just mention some basic stat lines for any of those that may or may not know. Then we're going to talk about sort of the idea or the theme behind the HQ section in question, and how I think at least they're best applied and best used. Then we're going to go over maybe a possible build or two. Probably not going to dive into the points so much. I was going to leave that up to you guys as far as the nitty-gritty specifics of your build. I may also mention my build for what I got going on, if it's relevant. And then I may also go over how I think the HQ section should be applied in a list and at what points cost. So for starters, we got to start with the captain. He comes in at 90 points. Weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 3 attacks, leadership 10, with a 3-up armor save. For war gear, he comes with power armor, a bolt pistol, chainsword, frag and crack grenades, and an iron halo. Special rules, we got And They Shall Know No Fear, Furious Charge, which is the nice little Blood Angel bonus we get on that, and Independent Character, of course. So let's look at some of the options that he's got. He can replace his bolt pistol with a bolt gun for free. He can replace his chainsword with a relic blade for 25 points. He can take a storm shield for 15 points. He can replace his power armor with artificer armor for 20 points. He can take a plethora of things from the melee weapons, range weapons, special issue war gear, and relics of Baal lists. He can also replace his power armor, bolt pistol, chainsword, and frag and crack grenades with Terminator armor, Stormbolter, and a power weapon for 30 points. And then if he's in Terminator armor, he can take items from the Terminator weapons, special issue war gear, and or relics of Baal. So the way that I see things, I really feel like the captain is best used as a scalpel, kind of like the little surgical instrument to take out your enemy's HQs and elites. Because when you look at the captain's stat line, the captain is probably by far the single best fighter of any of the HQ selections, in my humble opinion. Looking at, especially the weapon skill in particular, and the Furious Charge bonus that we get for being one of the Sons of Sanguinius, the captain seems, to me at least, to be best used as sort of a way of getting rid of your opponent's HQs and elites. Couple of things to mention here. As far as cost effectiveness goes, to sort of get the most out of your captain selection, honestly, Terminator armor seems like a pretty good deal for about, 120 points, roughly. You can get a reasonably cheap HQ that can do some work. At that point, he'll have a 2-up armor save, 4-up invuln, power sword so we can cut through Marines or any equivalent. And he's got, a Stormbolter. Maybe you want to give him a combi weapon of sorts if you want to, for, a little bit higher points cost. Alternatively, you can sort of kit him out for the assault, maybe a jump pack, storm shield, or power weapon. Kitting him out like this really encourages you to get up close there with the enemy, and keep in mind you're also going to get that Furious Charge bonus as you charge on in. And to me, this might be controversial, but I tend not to use the captain in smaller point games, and by smaller point games I mean really under 2,000 points. This is mainly because while the captain is certainly good at what he does, he doesn't really support the rest of your army. Sure, he's, a scary guy, he can do some things in close combat, but ultimately he doesn't, support the rest of the squad that he's in, with the exception of the leadership bonus. He doesn't have things like Zealot like the Chaplain does. He doesn't give out Feel No Pain like the Sanguinary Priest does. He doesn't have any psychic powers like the Librarian does. And so really, what you're looking at with the Captain is a single unit, a single model that is really good against going up against, like I said before, other HQs and elites. And that's just, my personal opinion, and I'm curious to see what you guys have to say there down below in the comments. For me personally, I do have to confess that for me, I like to sort of go all out with my captains normally. Of course, since I didn't really plan on using him in any game smaller than 2,000 points, I did go all out. I gave him, Artificer Armor, Jump Pack, Storm Shield, Inferno Pistol, Relic Blade, all the nice, expensive, flashy stuff. I used some bits from the Sanguinary Guard box set, and it was a nice little project. I think he came out pretty good, and it was really a fun time. So anyway, I am curious to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments. Do you agree that the that the Captain is best used as sort of a method or a way to get rid of your enemy's HQs or elites, or do you think that he can take on a more supporting role? Anyway, please let me know down in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want, and I will see you all in the next video.